there hackers, welcome to the 8th video on the series chat application using MERN STACK. In this video I'll show you how to emit data from socket from front end to back end and back end to front end, and we'll create a basic real-time chat application. And without any further ado, let's get started. So go to the back end, open it in Visual Studio Code. So that's it. So what I'll do is I'll shift this to the second desktop, the backend to the second desktop, and we'll go to the first desktop and open front end in the Visual Studio Code. So this is our front end, and on the right desktop we have our backend. So let's start the backend. Say npm start and boom, and wait for it to start, and we'll start the front end by npm start. Okay, so first thing we want to do is whenever this Chatroom page loads, like React.use effect, so empty array for component in mount. So you know this if you have been following my videos. The disable next line. So what we'll do is we'll use socket dot emit. So what do we want to emit on? So we want to emit on join room, and we'll emit the payload as chatroom id, and we can use the ES6 syntax to remove this one. So this is what we'll do. Whenever the chatroom page loads, we'll send a join room. So this will join the chatroom, and whenever we will whenever the component will unmount, what we want to do is socket.emit leave room. So that's it, and we'll send the chatroom id. Okay, so now let's go to the backend and configure these things. So we'll go to server.js, and on this we'll see socket.on. So whatever we wrote over here, so join room and leave room. So join room, what we want to do is we'll take the data. What we want to do with the data is we can also destructure this to chatroom id, and now we'll do socket dot join chatroom id. So that's it. Console.log a user joined chatroom id. That's it. Similarly on leave room, what we want to do is same thing, leave room socket dot leave, and that's it. So socket or user left chatroom, this chatroom has been left. Okay, simple. And let's create another method while we are in the backend. So socket dot on chatroom message. So what we will get is we'll get a chatroom id, and what we'll get more is a message, and that's it. This is it. So what we'll do is io dot, so this io is the global socket, so io will emit to other sockets dot to io.to. Then we'll specify the room name, so that will be chatroom id, because that's the room which the users are joining. So io.room chatroom id dot emit. So what we want to emit is we want to emit a new message. So the new message will be, so what we want to emit as the data. So this is what we want to emit. So what we will emit is we'll emit the chatroom id is chatroom id is this, so I don't think the chatroom ID will be necessary. We'll just emit the message and we'll emit the user. So what would be the user? So since the middleware we have the user ID, so we'll send the user ID equal to what we can do is, how can we know that it's my own message? Let's see. So let's send the user ID first. So user ID, and that will be socket dot user ID. So that's it, guys. So hopefully this must work. So let's go back. So on this socket, what we can do is socket dot on what we have messaged, chatroom message. Oh no, new message. On new message, let's create a state. So const message messages, set messages equal to react.use state and empty array. So that's it. So on new message, what we'll get is we'll get the data. So what are in the data? We have message and we have the user ID. So message and user ID, and that's it. So the message and user ID. So what we'll do is set messages. So one thing I want to do is if message dot trim dot length is greater than 0, then only will emit it. So just to be avoid empty messages. So set messages, what we want to do is we want to spread the old messages and we want to add the new message. So that's it. Okay, so one thing we forgot. So who is the sender? So first we want to get the sender. So let's make this a sync, and what we want to do is let's create a model. So const chatroom message. Okay, so let's create a message equal to mongoose dot model message. So we have the message model and we also need the user model to get the name. User model, that's it. So let's find the user first. So we'll find the user equal to user dot, let's do await user dot find one. So what we want to find, we want to find the one with the ID of socket dot user ID. So that should give us the user. And now what we can do is we can send a message name equal to user dot name. I think that's exactly in the model, as in the model, so it has a name. So we'll get a name as well. We'll get a name. So that's it, good to go. So we also want to create a chatroom message. So let's do it. Message equal to new message. So what we want to put as message is let's see the message model. So we have chatroom, user and message. So okay, so chatroom will be chatroom ID and user will be socket dot user ID and message will be message. So that's it. So we will like to save this. We can save this after we emit. So await message dot save. So that should keep it good. So let's create uh, on this on click event. I would like to send message. So first we'll need to create a ref for the message. So const message ref equal to react.useRef. So we'll go to the message input field. We'll go and write ref equal to message ref, and we'll create a function send message. So const send message equal to arrow function. So what we'll do is if socket is defined, socket dot add event, no, that's not, socket dot emit. So what is this? Chatroom message. Chatroom message, what we want to send? So we want to send chatroom id and message. So chatroom id will be chatroom id and message will be message ref dot current dot value. So if that works, all right, I think it should work. So let's remove this and let's do a loop. So what we'll do is we'll do messages dot map. So we want to render component instead of the strings, or sorry, the objects of message. So what we'll do, we'll create a message and we'll do an implicit return. Put this over here and we'll need a key. So for each message we'll have a chatroom id, so that will be our key. So that's the chatroom id. So what we want is we want the name. So we want message dot name and we want message dot message. So that should work most probably. I don't know if it will work or not. So let's try it out. What do you say? Let's try it out then. Okay, we have here, let's join on the chat room. So a user joined the chat room, we have it. Say hello. Oh, introvert send it, send this. Okay, we are having an error over here. Cannot access message before initialization. That's a strange error. Let's see where it is. Okay, we have two messages. So new message, uh, let's make it new message and that should work, I think. So let's send it. Socket is null. So what we want to do is go to the front end. We have set this listener over here. So if socket, so make sure you do if socket everywhere where you use the socket. So if socket, that's it. So this is our, now let's join. I think we have as user joined. Say hello and send. Oh, again and another error, we have another error. So where's the error? Cannot read property name of null. Is it underscore id? I don't know. So because it should work. So let's join again. Let's say hello and send again. Okay, so it worked. So messages.map is not a function. strange, isn't it? So why is message return map not a function? Messages is an array, and whenever, okay, sorry about that. So we need to spread it in an array. So that's why it's not working. So let's join again. A user has joined the chat room. Okay, let's say hello. Let's send it. Okay, so what's the error over here now? So let's see. So we are getting message. Oh, oh shit. So let's make it just the message over here, and I think it will work. Sorry about the destructuring. Okay, let's go back. Let's join. Say hello, and hopefully it should work. Is there something backend error? Hi, send it. Oh, hello. It's working, but it's replacing everything. So why is it replacing everything? Let's see. So we are doing this. Um, let's console.log this message. See if that helps. We'll join again. So let's say hi. Uh-huh. So we are getting this console.log messages. Let's see what's the issue over here. Go back, join again, say hello, and it's an array of length 0. Really? Send hello again, again an array of length 0. Huh. What's the issue right now? It's quite strange, really. I don't know what's the issue, guys. I'll pause and I'll come back. Okay guys, I figured it out. So this component did setting that on a component did mount was a mistake. So we need to keep the message as a dependency on React.use effect. So now it's working. So use this React.use effect and set up a listener over here, and that's it. So one more issue that I was getting was this chatroom id is not a valid key. So for now I would just pass in the index as the key, but you should never ever do so. Okay, so that's it. I think we are ready to roll. So one more thing I want to do: whenever someone hits the send button, I would like to uh, do what do is the message ref dot current dot value equal to empty. So that should do it. And let's say something, say hello, hit the send button, it says hello. Say hi, it says hi. And we can create a new user and come back, but we'll do that later. So or we can do it right now. So we'll go to localhost 3000. We'll get to the login page since we're in the incognito mode. Okay, thanks to this we got another issue. So token is null. Okay, so go to app.js. So we can directly check for the token dot length because 0 is already a false value. So that's it. Empty string is also a false value if token is there. And let's see. Okay, we are in the login page, but we don't have an account, another account. So let's register. say ankit2@gmail.com. So let's say Kedan and Ankit123 as the password. Successfully registered. Okay, let's go to the login. So Ankit2@gmail, Ankit123 and log in. So join the chat room, say hello and send it. Okay, this is lost, so say hello and I think it will receive it. Say hello and it will be sent over there. Nice. Good. So yeah, that's it guys, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll change our own text to green, and uh, maybe some more adjustments will be done, and that's it guys. See you in the next one.